Moments ago, Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's.
Today, we're diving into a topic that's ignited fierce debate across the Muslim world: the image of Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, as a figure some call the devil of their nations. With tensions soaring after Israel's latest strike on Iran just last night, the 13th of June, this perception has never been stronger. Over the next 20 to 25 minutes, we'll explore the roots of this view, from decades of conflict to the recent escalation, and hear how countries like Iran, Turkey, and Pakistan see him. Whether you see this as propaganda or truth, it's a story shaping millions of lives. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Let's start with the history. The rift between Israel and Muslim countries began deepening after the 1948 establishment of Israel, when leaders like David Ben-Gurion took power, but it's Netanyahu who's become the face of this divide in recent years. Born in 1949, he rose through Likud, becoming prime minister in 1996, 2009, and again in 2022, making him Israel's longest-serving leader. For many in the Muslim world, his tenure marks a turning point. Policies like expanding West Bank settlements, seen as illegal under international law, and his hardline stance against Iran's nuclear ambitions have fueled outrage. Back in 2009, he rejected a Palestinian state unless recognized as a Jewish state, a move that clashed with the hopes of nations advocating for Palestine. Fast forward to 2023, when the 7th of October Hamas attack and the Gaza war intensified his image as a relentless foe, with over 50,000 Palestinian deaths reported by 2025. According to local health officials, the latest flashpoint came on the 13th of June, 2025. Israel, under Netanyahu, launched a massive operation dubbed Operation Lion's Dawn, targeting Iran's nuclear sites, missile factories, and top IRGC leaders like Hossein Salami. In a video address posted on X, Netanyahu warned Iran's people, framing it as a defense against a regime threatening Israel for 50 years. But in Tehran, streets erupted with chants calling him the devil incarnate, a sentiment echoed by Iran's state media, labeling the strike a Zionist act of evil. Iran retaliated with drones and missiles hitting Tel Aviv, wounding dozens, and vowed a crushing response. For many Muslims, this isn't just war, it's personal, with Netanyahu's name now synonymous with aggression against their faith and lands. Why this devilish portrayal? In Muslim countries, Netanyahu's actions are often seen through a religious lens. Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei has long accused him of plotting to destabilize the Islamic world, a view shared by Turkey's Erdogan, who in 2024 called for an Islamic alliance against Israel's expansionism. The 2023 Gaza conflict, where Israel's Rafah offensive killed dozens despite low civilian casualties per Netanyahu's claims, deepened this narrative. Posts on X from across the Muslim world decry him as a manipulator, with some linking him to historical grievances, like the 1947 occupation. In Pakistan, where anti-Israel sentiment runs high, clerics have likened his policies to a satanic agenda against Islam, especially after the Iran strike, which Pakistan condemned as reckless. Let's look at the perspectives. Iran sees Netanyahu as the mastermind behind a proxy war, using US support to target its nuclear program since the 2000s. The April 2024 and October 2024 exchanges, where Iran fired 300+ drones and Israel hit back, cemented this view, with Tehran's media calling him a demon leading chaos. Turkey's Erdogan has hosted Hamas leaders and labeled Netanyahu a threat to Muslim unity, especially after the Gaza war's toll. In 2025, he hinted at mobilizing against Israel, reflecting a growing bloc of nations like Qatar and Syria, who back Iran's resistance. Even Jordan, despite its peace treaty, faces public pressure to cut ties, with protests branding Netanyahu as evil. Pakistan, not diplomatically tied to Israel, has amplified this rhetoric, with its government urging Muslim unity against what it calls his tyrannical rule. But there's another side. Netanyahu portrays himself as a defender of Israel against existential threats, citing Iran's 60% uranium enrichment and missile tests as proof. In his July 2024 Congress speech, he thanked the US and proposed an Abraham alliance against Iran's axis, framing it as a battle of civilization versus barbarism. Israel's allies, like the US and some Arab states, back this, with the US intercepting Iranian drones in April and positioning warships now. Yet, a 2025 Pew survey shows 53% of Americans view Israel unfavorably, up from 42% in 2022, with Muslim communities and younger people leading the shift. In Muslim countries, his confidence in world affairs is near zero, per the same data, fueling the devil narrative.